Hello. Hello, hello. Wait, is my thing broken? Oh. Wait, no. Why is my overlay not working today? No. Why, stream? Why did you do this? No, the chat overlay is just broken for no reason. Hi, JRO. Hi, Pixel. Hi, Flower. Hi, Sia. Well, as stream things tend to do, my stream chat overlay is just broken today. That's cool. For no apparent reason. Yeah, what happened? Maybe let me try refreshing. What in the world? Okay, well, I'm sorry guys, I guess you guys just won't be able to see the chat today. Oh wait, I might know why. Hold on. Wait, I might know why. There it is, okay. Anyways, hello, how is everyone? As always the case, my weekend is already over and it doesn't even feel like I got to really experience anything. It's kind of insane when you're busy how fast the days go by. I woke up like, I don't know what came over me, guys, but I went to sleep last night at like 5 a.m. I woke up today at like 5 p.m. So I slept like approximately 12 hours. I don't know why. I definitely probably could have got up a bit earlier, but like, you know, on the weekends, you kind of just give in to all like sleep temptations. So got up at like 5 o'clock, and then I pretty much spent like all day today, for the most part, working on my side hustle thing. I did go and pump gas because I needed to go pump some more gas. Hi, Pixel. Oh, goodness, let me drink some water. I am definitely afraid, guys. I'm probably gonna spend like 2 hours opening mail on Monday because I'm gonna have, what, 3 days worth of mail in one day. I'm also a little bit, oh, thank you for the headpads. I'm also a little anxious about going to work on Monday, because like I know the next thing we're starting on is like a really complicated, like a really complicated system, and like I know I can do it, but you know, as with all things, when you anticipate that you're about to have to do something extremely difficult, you can't help but get a little anxious about it, I guess. I think I have this I have this bad tendency to like panic because I usually think about things like many steps ahead. So like I need to learn to like take life, at least when it comes to things like that, one day at a time and just, you know, not panic. Sorry, I'm like blowing my nose and muting my mic because I don't want you guys to hear it. Oh. Yeah, and also like, so today was one of the rare days where it was like I don't go to the gym because it's my rest day, but it also happens to fall on like a weekend day, so I literally have no obligations today. In a given week, right? Like all the things that need to line up for me to have like literally nothing to do in terms of obligations is if one of my exercise rest days lands on a Sunday, because on Sunday I don't have work and mail doesn't get delivered to me. And today just happened to be one of those moments where everything lined up, which is why I'm here like way earlier than I usually would be. Usually I'd stream at like I don't know. Usually I would stream like literally at any time between like 9 p.m. and 1 a.m. So you guys are. I mean, I still try to like keep it within like the span of like a stream at night. Although even like obviously that's a pretty wide range. But the streams feel more natural to me if they're at night. You know, they kind of complements the sleepy vibes I'm going for. Okay, so trigger warning. I'm about to talk about sort of a uncomfy subject. So as you guys, if you were watching last stream, you know I kind of brought up AI, and I had a conversation with a few people after the stream. I just wanted to like caveat that like, okay, so I am still of the opinion that AI is, at least in its like most recent form, in what like we LLMs that we prompt to do stuff for us, I am still of the opinion that it's like extremely transformative technology, and it's like gonna advance human society like rapidly forward. That being said, I do want to caveat that like it's not like it comes with no cost. So one of the most like obvious environmental slash like pollution-esque concerns is that the rise of AI, the proliferation of AI has kind of encouraged tech companies to build like these huge data centers that kind of destroy the local land in various ways. Like there's like light pollution, noise pollution, like the huge amount of water that they take, and obviously like, you know, the land that it takes up. Like I am aware that like, you know, the AI is not free, and you know, it's not free, and nothing's free in this world, right? But like, you know, AI in particular is specifically causing like more data centers to be built like more rapidly than like relatively speaking the most recent years of our livelihood, I guess. And that does have like massive implications for like the surrounding areas. I think like it's really easy for me to say that AI is great when I don't live in an area where, you know, a data center is going to be built remotely close to me such that it would affect my life. So I am like very cognizant of that. But also like in my line of work, which is like in tech, AI, like I mentioned before, it makes me multiples more productive. So like I arguably have like the job that benefits the most from the proliferation of AI. But on the opposite side of that spectrum, I can completely understand why an artist, someone whose livelihood is conversely being destroyed by AI, might, you know, have completely a different opinion about it. And I don't want to like, you know, I do want to call that out, and I don't want to be like dismissive of like it's not free, you know. AI, it's for how great it is, it comes with cost, just like anything else. Like I still think it's massive progress for humans as a whole, but I think, I don't know, I'm kind of having this moral dilemma because like if you look throughout history, there have been many technological advancements that kind of, you know, that probably net benefited the entire world a lot, but sometimes often at the expense of like a small group of minorities. So like the most obvious example I can think of is like the displacement of Native Americans. And so in this, you know, with AI, it would be anyone who lives next to a data center, I guess. And I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. Like, it's kind of hard to come to terms with like supporting it and using it when in some sense you are at a very micro level, like like enabling or contributing the um for lack of better words, displacement of like a minority group that you may never know or meet. And that does feel like a little evil, I guess. And so like when I was thinking about this in my head, I was thinking like, well, if we're being morally consistent, like what about like when you go to the store, or like when I have a phone, I go to the store, like there have been many things that, thank you for the headshots, Mew. You were dealing with home explosives, do tell. But like if you think about it, right, like there are many things that the average person in modern society does that, like, in order to acquire those things, in order for them to have the privilege to be able to do it, a lot of other things probably had to be destroyed. Like probably your phone was made by some exploited worker in some factory. And God knows like how much carbon emissions Amazon has contributed to the entire world. But I know that doesn't necessarily like excuse the fact that, it's all the same. But like, I guess I don't want to be like moral grandstanding over anyone that uses this or that if I myself live like a modern life. I feel like the only people that can truly like criticize like people that use technology of any kind are like Mormons, or not Mormons, the Amish. Are the Amish or the more, I forget which one. The ones that don't use technology, or like people that still live in huts in the woods, Like barring that, the things you do in your everyday life in some sense enable the destruction of the environment. So I don't know. I only bring this up because I had a conversation with someone who, I don't want to, like, obviously I'm not going to mention who they are, but they are an artist, and like the issue of AI is very important to them. And it really, like, when I had this conversation with them, it really made me reconsider how I feel about it. And then I had, like, following that, I had another conversation with another person that I really respect, who uses AI frequently, but is also like adjacent to the VTubing sphere. And they told me that they kind of like are aware that, like, obviously, liking AI is an unpopular opinion within the VTuber space because, well, for one, VTubers in general are more progressive, but for two, it is particularly more important to them because VTubing is a very art-centric like activity. So like AI disproportionately hurts VTubers and those that like are adjacent to VTubers more than like any like other communities, you might say. So, but like I don't want to like I don't want to like I've always been a person to like stand up for, like, not stand up, but like, I'm not gonna change my opinions because it's unpopular, but I do like acknowledge. That doesn't mean I don't acknowledge that like the usage of AI doesn't have ramifications for like the world and other people in a negative way. I don't know. I'm of also the same opinion that my friend gave me, that like in the grand scheme of things, like confronting an individual person or even people on Twitter or what have you is really not very productive. Like, you're kind of barking at the wrong tree. If you feel strongly about AI, you probably, it's not very productive to try to like convince individual people that use it to not use it. Even if you're successful in that, it's really not going to make a difference at all. I would say like just with like anything else, you should probably go to like your local representatives and voice your concerns there. I don't know. I just felt like I needed to say that. I didn't want to like come off as like a complete shill for AI. Although I do, like I said, I do think it's extremely valuable and extremely great. But yeah, I can understand the groups of people that like don't agree with it or its usage. Anyways, so yeah, that's what's pretty much been on my mind recently, and I'm probably gonna talk to a couple more friends who are like who have use it a lot more often than I do, and like get their opinions on it. I will say though, like kind of the downsides of like I told you guys before, I'm kind of apathetic towards most things, and like the pro of that is that I can make friends with a lot of people that aren't like that don't feel too strongly about things. The con of that is that sometimes I'll meet people that like they feel really strongly about something, and obviously I can't relate, and like understandably so, that kind of like hurts them because I don't. It feels as if I guess I don't support their views, and that I don't know. I don't want to say that's necessarily a bad thing, but that's just one of the. I guess that's just one of the things you have to accept as part of being like a generally politically apathetic person. That in a lot of ways you will come across as insensitive to people that are more passionate about certain things, I guess. And that's just like, it is what it is, and that's something I need to come to terms with, that like, you can't, as much as I would like to, right? And I've said this on stream before, you can't befriend everyone. And like, that's not the only fault of you or the other person. Like sometimes you just won't see like eye to eye on something that's a deal breaker for one of you. Well, that sucks, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Oh God. I do hope that like, usually in those situations you kind of hope like there's a compromise. Like, so in this case you would hope that like you would hope that data centers are built using renewable energy, for example. Like that's what you would hope is like the ideal compromise. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but like it doesn't have to be like one way or the other, right? Well, I hope everyone's having a good Sunday. I haven't eaten anything today except for a cup of yogurt. After stream, I'm gonna go cook some chicken, although I really don't want to. I'm kind of sick of chicken. Like I want to just order food, but I need to stick to my diet. I'm already like very tired of it though. I'm very much bored of the food I eat. But like I said before, when your food is boring, it helps you to not overeat it. Which is like kind of, I don't know. I do think like food is one of like life's greatest pleasures. So to like restrain myself of that is definitely very difficult to do. On the plus side though, I'm gonna be meeting, I think I mentioned this last stream, but my cousins are gonna come, we're all gonna go out and eat wings on Friday. So I'm really looking forward to that. And they're gonna come by my place and like see some of my stuff. So actually like 2 of my cousins are like really into Pokemon. At least like a lot more so than I am. So I think like I'm gonna let them open some of my packs or something, I don't know. Actually, another oopie of mine who is, I think I mentioned, I don't want to get like mention who it is because I don't know if she'd be comfortable with that. She was actually like suggesting I open Pokemon packs on stream, like pack opening ASMR. And while I think that would be like really fun to do, I'm like, one, I don't really like gambling. Like, obviously, like, the act of opening Pokemon packs is like a negative expected value thing, I assume. Like, over the long term, if you keep opening packs, you'll definitely lose money. But also, like, I don't really care too much about that. It's more so like I don't want to like risk showing my face. Like, I'm afraid like I'll have the camera pointed down at my hands and I'll accidentally like hit the camera or something, and it'll like show my face, and then I have to quit VTubing. So, and I could like wear a mask, but at that point, I feel like it's too much effort for something I don't particularly want to do anyways. That being said, it does sound really fun. And maybe like people that watch could tell me like, oh, that's actually a really good card, because I know nothing about Pokemon. Like, I could pull like a $5,000 card and I wouldn't know it because I don't know anything about Pokemon. Oh, stretch. I think I'm probably only gonna stream for like an hour and a half today. I kind of want to go play with some friends after stream. I said that yesterday too, and then I ended up streaming for 2 hours because our conversation, there was just good topics. Like, if I get like, my plan is to stream for an hour and a half, but like if someone comes in and starts talking to me something that I'm interested in, then who knows? Like, obviously it's easy to lose track of time when you're really like deep into a conversation that you find interesting. Usually I end at an hour and a half and I just like start running out of things to talk about. Let's see. Yeah, I want to play more Counter-Strike. I've been like kind of something that I realized recently is that like my aim has been really bad in like my most recent memories, and I realized it's probably because like I tense up my hand like crazy, and apparently like the best way to aim is the complete opposite. Like, you want to minimize the tension in your hand, and I've like been doing the exact opposite of that. So, not that like I care too much about being good at games at this point in my life, but it's more like a personal ambition thing. Like, in a vacuum, I realized that like I mean, again, I just like, maybe when I was younger, being good at like games was a lot more important to me. But now it's more like I want to be good at games just to like prove that I can do it, not because I want to like impress anyone. Like, I just want to like, it's like an ambition thing, like for myself, I guess. You tense your hand too much? Like when you play like FPS games or just in general? I certainly don't want to be like one of those people that like play so intensely that they develop like arthritis in their hand, because a lot of good players face that, or develop like an RSI or whatever it's called. I think that's the right term. Just FPS games. I was also thinking about like, obviously because we're gonna like easily run out of things to talk about. I saw another streamer doing like a gaming ASMR stream, which I thought was interesting. I might do that. Like, that seems fun. I would just have to make the game like really quiet, basically. I think you can, certify anything you do as ASMR as long as like you talk softly and like things aren't that loud. So we might have to become an ASMR gamer. Which is basically me playing games at half the normal volume and talking softly. Could you guys imagine if I tried to play Counter-Strike or Valorant and maintaining this voice? My teammates would be like, why are you talking so weird? I'd be like, oh. And that may become a thing. I might have to try that if I start running out of topics. And the plus side also, like I've been investing a lot of time into developing the side business thing, and well, I guess the good thing is that it's growing very rapidly. The bad thing is that as it grows more and more, it's gonna take up more and more of my time, obviously. Like, it's probably gonna start getting to the point now that I need to dedicate, like, whereas I used to be able to dedicate like 30 minutes to an hour. It's gonna get to the point where I know I'm gonna have to dedicate like 1 to 2 hours a day, every day, for this alone. And that's fine. Like, I'll still be able to stream every day if I want to, but it'll just be like I spend my entire day doing things. Well, streaming ASMR is kind of like my unwinding time anyway, so I guess it's not a huge deal. Really. Oh my god. I wish you guys could tell me more about like what things you guys do on the side, because I'm genuinely curious. Like, I think like the most popular, quote unquote, not most popular, I guess, like the most like well-known, quote unquote, side hustles is like the gig work, like delivering for like DoorDash or Uber Eats. Hi, Forge Chaos, hello. Good evening. I've never tried one of those. Actually, funny story, guys. There was a point where I signed up to drive for DoorDash in my city, but like I signed up and I got approved, but I never did it. Which is funny because I remember like somebody called me like a week after I signed up and they're like, hey, are you ever gonna like, do some deliveries? And I was like, yeah, I'm just I'll get to it. And then I just never did. I mean, that also just doesn't seem very ideal, right? Like, obviously the main benefit of those things is you can do them in your free time, so you can turn your free time into money if you have to. But like, any job that entails, like for me, like driving a lot and having to put myself in potentially shady situations is not ideal. Like, I think we'd all want like a side hustle we can do online, right, with our free time, but there actually aren't really that many of those, except for like transcription. But take my word for it, never do transcription. It's slave labor. It's because they limit you on the dashes per city or area. Really? I didn't know that. I remember I did try and do it one afternoon, and I sat in my car for like an hour and didn't get assigned anything, and that left a bad taste in my mouth. You can't really do DoorDash anytime unless you get like platinum rank. Yeah, I know that for sure. I know that like the people that like just starting out, they kind of have to just like take the really crappy orders that like basically don't have any tips, or you have to drive 5 miles or whatever. It's like until you can like get your little trusted rank. A very real thing is people that sell their they sell their DoorDash accounts, because many times I've had like a DoorDasher or an Uber driver, and like the person that actually gave me the food was completely different than the picture. So I think it's very common for people to like sell their accounts or let other people use their accounts. And what's even more common is like they'll say they have a car, but they're actually on a bike. I mean, not that I care at the end of the day. As long as my food gets delivered, I really don't care. But like, even within the realm of like food delivery, there's a lot of like, in a sense, fraud going on. Mm-hmm. Whatever it takes to get some quick bucks. Have you ever done anything like that, Pixel? Have you ever delivered food or pizza or anything? Yeah, like I said, I think that's just like something a lot of people do, and like they are just basically like really desperate for money. I think if you could do it like Swifty does it, if you can turn it into like a content creation, I really enjoy watching these videos where people record themselves doing food delivery, or even live streams where they do it. Hi, Bitter Ashes, hello, good to see you again. I think those are really fun to watch, actually. If you could like double down on it and make it like also content, then maybe it'd be a bit more worth it. Does anyone know here happen to know what Loungefly is? I think that'd be more like a female thing. Like Loungefly backpacks? Question mark? Anyone know? Anyone question mark? Anyone know? I ask because I've been like kind of in my side business of like obtaining goods. I've been obtaining Loungefly merchandise and I don't know anything about that. I got the good old platinum stats. Really? Wait, so do you do it actively like now, or was that something you used to do before? And wait, if you don't have a car, how do you do it? Do you use a bike? If you don't have, I guess you probably live in a city where a car isn't as important, question mark? Question mark, question mark? Oh, use your sister's car. Oh, so you can drive. You have your license, you just don't have a car. Yeah, do you still do that? You should totally make a series where it's like, hey guys, my name is Pixel. Today we're delivering DoorDash. It's like, all right, that one made me $5. On to the next. Or get a GoPro. Get a GoPro. What? What? That's crazy. You drive your sister's car without like a license? That's insane. That's insane. That's insane. You're living life on the edge. Holy, I guess do what you gotta do. That's crazy. You crazy for that. You crazy, man. You crazy. You crazy, man. Dang, you crazy. Why are you so crazy? Oh my gosh. I would be like definitely afraid of getting pulled over. I mean, although like what is really the penalty? What's the penalty for driving without a license anyway? It can't be that bad, right? Probably not that bad, I imagine. Like a one day boss, I actually am very much the same. I can't get pulled over if you're a good driver, a better driver than they are. I actually also like, now that you mention it, those videos are pretty fun to watch too. The ones where it's like a guy's dash cam and he's like trying to race, so he's like running away from cops in his sports car or whatever. Anybody actually like outruns them. I think those are pretty fun to watch as well. Although I can't say I endorse them. They're pretty fun to watch. Okay, while I yap, I'm gonna order food while I yap. You guys are you're gonna listen to me yap while I order food. I want sausage. Wait, what? I want sausage and I want bacon and I want pepperoni. Dang, that's expensive. Jesus. Mukbang? No, no. No, we're not doing a no. No. That's gross. Like, obviously, okay, I mean, is a I guess like hearing someone eat food is also pretty appealing. you know, just as appealing as hearing someone's like seeing someone eat the food. I mean, maybe. I feel like a lot of people would find it appealing, but I'm sure I think some people would find it gross. I mean, I don't listen to people eat food. Oh yeah, I do. Never mind. I actually find it quite like appetizing to listen and watch people eat food. I do watch mukbangs every now and then. Okay, one of my pet peeves, guys, is that a lot of the mukbang content creators, they go out of their way to eat their food really obnoxiously. Like, I mean, obviously, I guess it makes sense, but like they'll take like these really big bites and they'll smack like crazy, and it's just gross. You can make mukbang content without like looking like you're eating like, you know, like a kindergartner, you know? Like, you don't have to take like the world's biggest bite and then like chew with your mouth open and smack every time you chew. I think that's so gross. I like thinking back, I no count, my lips can close to chew. I definitely like eat faster than most people, but I know I have this one friend that like he eats like he's like one of the he eats faster than anyone I know. Thank you for the alert, yeah. Like he probably eats food like he's the first one that whenever we go out, he always finishes like in a quarter of the time of everyone else. What is wappy bricks? Oh, wait, what is this? I want this. Is anyone else? Random question, is anyone in the chat also really into Lego by any chance? Any Lego enjoyers? I'm asking you guys the most random questions because like I said, like my side gig entails me getting all kinds of random crap. You have a Lego friend? Oh, interesting. That is something like Pokemon that can be like a deceptively expensive hobby if you let it be. Oh my god, this pizza looks so good. Oh, that looks so good. I still some I wanted to get for your siblings too. Oh, are you? So your siblings and you are into it? Yeah. There are some like within the realm of the toy sphere, guys. There are some like super expensive toys. Toys can get really expensive. Also, you guys are gonna have to excuse me. I'm gonna be a little bit distracted because I'm gonna order food. I need to put my order in before the store closes. Oh god, that looks so good. I need to put my order in before the store closes. Crap. I'm gonna get a supreme pizza. Oh gosh. Wait, how do I put more stuff on it? What do you guys think? What is the best frozen pizza? What do you guys think? My friend recently introduced me to Detroit Motor City deep dish pizza. It is so good. If you guys have never tried the Detroit Motor City frozen pizza, you should. It'll change your life. You'll never get any other frozen pizza again, at least for deep dish anyway. My go-to for like regular like thin crust pizza or regular pizza is DiGiorno, but for deep dish pizza you can't beat Motor City. Oh god, it's so good. Oh dear god, it's so good. Yeah, it is. Oh. No, see me, my brother, but my sister enjoys it and wants to open a bakery someday. The cute one with that thing. Wait, a bakery? What? Oh, you want to give her a Lego set with bakery, a bakery Lego set. Also, something like, okay, because I'm a foodie, like I identify as a foodie. There's also this really fascinating subreddit called it's like a subreddit for reviewing frozen like dinners. What's it called? Frozen. I think it's literally called Frozen Dinners. Yeah, Frozen Dinners. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. I think generally speaking, like if you think about the range of like healthiness or like cost effectiveness, like cooking your own food is the cheapest, and then the next step over that is probably using frozen food, and then the next step over that is like ordering food, and then the next step over that is like getting like one of those meal prep companies that sends you meals to microwave, and then the next step over that is getting a private chef. I am proud to say that despite like, you know, me going from like a lower class person to an arguably like upper class person for my area, I still cook most of my meals, at least lately. I am proud to say that. Oh god, do I get the flat pizza or the deep dish pizza? Oh my god, the deep dish pizza has 500 more calories than the flat one. Oh, that's probably all in the bread though, right? It's gotta be all bread. Oh god, it looks so good. I guess, you know, I'll just get the regular one. We don't need extra calories from bread. Okay, something that's really concerned me, guys, is that a lot of places, a lot of stores, like they put out all the to-go orders, like they just put them out on like a little rack. So like instead of like the person going up to the register and like getting it, they just put it out there. And it's like, you gotta imagine those probably get stolen all the time because it's almost like no risk, right? How is someone like, it's almost like virtually impossible that like you get caught unless the person who has the order happens to be in the building at the same time, and even then they would have to be like see the name on the bag before you took it. And it's like it just seems like so silly that anyone, like, why do they do that? Like they do it to save on like the labor, I guess, but like it's just like, it's not worth it. Like, in my time of ordering food, I've apparently had my order stolen like a few times. You'd be surprised how scared people are to steal food. Really? Like, I would think like that's one of the things that gets stolen the most, because like I said, like it's almost like impossible to get caught. Like no one's gonna, if you take it, no one's gonna assume that you're not the person that's supposed to get it, and like they won't even like be able to prove it anyway. And you just grab the food, walk out. Immoral life tips, unethical life hacks. Steal from the plate, like steal from Chipotle or something. I don't condone in Minecraft. I don't condone breaking the law on this channel, hypothetically speaking. Okay, anyways, I need to get my order in. Oh god, you guys are distracting me. That's also a really good subreddit, by the way, guys. Really funny subreddit, unethical life hacks. What was I saying earlier? Oh yeah, to your point, I've done some like unfortunately, guys, the most interesting things I've ever done in my life, like, and there's like 3 of them. The most interesting things I've done in my life they were for my financial gain, and they are all morally questionable, if not downright like morally wrong. So I'm never gonna tell you guys about them, or probably not, but just like, you know, I can't. Well, I don't think you guys, like, usually when I tell like people IRL, they're so like impressed that like they can't get mad at me, but no, I bet you can't, Pixel. I bet the most interesting thing, the most interesting thing I've done in my life, people have made movies about, like, for like similar, for like something that was similar. Like, I mean, maybe I can tell you in the call one day. As long as you promise not to hate me or quit being my mod. Let's just say I am very blessed to be friends with. I consider myself a very I hope this doesn't come across as pretentious. I consider myself to be like a very intelligent person, and obviously I'm a software engineer. So when you are intelligent and you're also a programmer, you recognize opportunities a bit more than maybe other people would. And I'm very blessed. Like, not only am I like that, but I have my closest friends also have that same skill set. Like, it's actually insane. I'm very blessed. I have made a lot of money just because I'm friends with the right people. That's not necessarily a good thing. I would say in life, if you're a hard worker and you are intelligent and you have the proper guidance, you will make a lot of money. Now, if you take all those things I just said and you're morally gray, you will make a shit ton of money. If you're willing to kind of, go outside the moral gray zone a little bit, you will make even more money. Hi, Nightwolf, hello. Oh wait, I don't suppose you are an ASM artist. I need to look at your stream. Stalking. Oh, you are. I probably already asked you this. Hello. Hi. How are you doing tonight? Hello. My canine friend, my fellow canine friend. Oh god, with this, I'm actually like losing. Wait, what? Why were the fees cheaper in that moment? What the hell? Okay, whatever. I am doing, like, all things considered, I'm doing really well. Like, I've said this a lot. Like, I've been for the most part, my diet has been good. I've been working out. My job is really cool. I have like a really lucrative side hustle. My streaming has been really fun. I've been meeting people like you. I've been making so many friends. Like, every aspect of my life has been doing. Oh, thank you for the head pats. All set. Okay, let me give you both shout outs. Everyone go check out Nightwolf because he's a wolf and that's all you need to know. Wolves are cool. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I need to order food before I forget. I mean, if you really think about it, in my opinion, wolves are the coolest canine. I would have been a wolf if I was more masculine. I probably would. I just don't think a wolf would really fit me. Hi, Duty. Good morning. No, it's good morning for you. Good morning. Yeah, if I was a little bit more masculine, perhaps I would have been a wolf. I'm good. How are you? I would have made the great wolf. I don't know about that. But yeah, like, especially as someone who has like dealt with depressive slumps and at many points in my life, I really want to cherish in this time in my life where I think everything is going well and try to make it last as long as possible. Because God knows, like, I don't know, I often think, like, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, just like anyone else, and it's hard not to, like, have regret. Like, sometimes you think, like, what if I never made that mistake? How much better would I have been off? I can't get into the exact details, but, like, I can tell you guys for a fact, there were some key mistakes I made in my life that, well, I would be a lot further ahead in life if I did not make those mistakes. Like maybe twice is but you know, that's life. You live and you learn. It's not like it's not like there's a single person out there that's never made mistakes in their life, right? Although I would argue my mistakes are a bit larger in caliber, but you know, that's besides the point. But yeah, I want to be grateful for what I have now and try to make the best of it. Like what I want to focus on now is making sure I don't repeat the same mistakes that I made when I was younger. Yeah, I want it to be only up from here, right? Only up from here. But unfortunately, I'm also like the kind of person that my avatar looks cute. Thank you. You're cute. For better or for worse, I'm also the kind of person that like my mind or my brain, like it doesn't like stagnation or like my job right now is really cushy and really cool, but I know one day I might have to quit and not do any reason other than I get bored of it. And sometimes I wish my brain could not be like that. Like I wish my brain could be content with circumstances that are objectively good, but that's just not me. No, Marcus from Go Login, stop messaging me about buying an ad on my YouTube channel. Let me send you an. Hi, Marcus. I really appreciate the opportunity. Sorry, I do not think I am interested. Thanks. No. Well, thank you for the follow, Duty. I've recently been getting like more off. I don't know why suddenly I was cause it's never used to happen, but recently I've been getting more offers for like sponsorships, and I don't really want to. Well, for one, it has to be like something I genuinely believe in, or a product that I genuinely think is good, and that's not very like. The products that I think are genuinely good are already like so well known that they don't need sponsor. You know, they don't need people to shill them. They could sometimes be scams. Like, I don't think I'd ever do like a Gamer Subs, for example, a Gamer Subs sponsorship. Actually, okay, I would do a sponsorship if they gave me like I've thought about this. Like, I would do, for example, a Gamer Subs sponsorship if they the deal would have to be, I'll do this if you pay me twice as much as a normal person you would sponsor, but you have to donate it all to charity. Like, if it was just like any regular sponsorship, but I donate all my earnings to charity, then I'd rather not even do it in the first place, in my opinion, because I'd rather not have the advertising on my channel. But if they give me an abnormally good offer, such that I can like help people out more than I usually could, then maybe I consider it. I don't know. There's like not a lot of things are inherently like compatible with like my philosophy. Like, for example, I have my ads set to the bare minimum. Like, you guys watch one pre-roll and then you'll never see an ad for the rest of the stream. And that's very much so, like, it's very much because like I want to give people like as good of an experience as I can, whether like they pay for it or not. And then also, what else? Like, if it was up to me, I would give you guys all my emotes. Like, you wouldn't have to sub to get them, but I can't do that. But yeah, I mean, you can get them in the in my Discord server. You can use all my emotes, like, you know, free of charge. Okay, alright, order has been placed. maybe if you get, well, no, by the time it gets here, I think I'll be ending stream by then. Well, maybe if you guys are really lucky, I'll eat a slice on stream. Maybe. No, probably not. Probably not. No, probably. It says it's gonna get here in like 30 minutes, so who knows? No, we'll see. We'll see if I'm feeling generous. I'll have to like give a trigger warning. Like, trigger warning, guys, I'm about to eat food. Hopefully the crust is really crunchy. Let me ask you guys a question. Let's gauge the room. What's everyone's favorite wing flavor? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really like lemon pepper. I'm not gonna lie to you. Lemon pepper to me, I don't see the appeal. I do like I'm a big fan of teriyaki, and you know you can't go wrong with buffalo. But lemon pepper, yeah, no, I don't get it. I don't understand why people are so crazy about lemon pepper. Like, one of my friends, he likes to get lemon pepper wet, and he like goes crazy about it. I had lemon pepper, and my first thought was like, man, this is too sour. I only bring this up because like me and my friends are going to or my cousins on Friday. We're going to like a Korean wing place to have Korean wings. Not that Korean wings are bad, but I wouldn't say like they're my first choice. Okay, let's look. Yeah, I mean, I'm very I do want to give back. Like, I'm in such a fortunate position in my life that I want to do what I can to give back in some way. Okay, this is also a little bit more controversial, guys. So I mentioned this before on stream, but like, I'm really into resourcefulness, like, because I grew up poor, or like not poor, like first world poor, you know, like American poor. And I don't want to use that term like that freely, because I think it's kind of disrespectful to call yourself poor and you live in America. You know, I'm first world poor. Like, you know, first world poor is very different from third world poor. You know, first world poor, you probably still won't starve to death. Anyways, I do enjoy garlic parmesan is pretty good too. I'm glad you called that out. I do like me some garlic parmesan. But anyways, like, yeah, so growing up, like, I like really learned resourcefulness values. So like, my friend was telling me that like what he'll do often is, if like, you know how people throw out their furniture, he's always looking for opportunities to like take people's like for lack of better words, trash, and like take them and sell them on eBay. And apparently he's made quite a bit of money just from like driving around in his truck, or like not necessarily looking for it, but like when he's driving around in his truck to do something else, he notices like, I don't know, like a chair or something. Yeah, apparently he's made quite a bit of money just for like picking up people's stuff and giving it away, or not giving it away, selling it on eBay. Like, as the saying goes, one man's trash is another man's treasure, right? So like, I'm wondering, did anyone here do anything like that? Like, another guilty pleasure of mine, like from a resourcefulness standpoint, like I really like watching survivalness videos, but like I really like watching like dumpster diving videos. I hope that, and I don't really care how that makes me sound. I really find them fascinating. Like, especially like the people that they like flip what they find in the garbage on eBay. Like, I find that extremely cool. But also like people that like, okay, maybe this is a little bit more gross. I also find it cool when they find food and they actually eat it. Like, obviously they're a bit more like, you know, they're a bit more like picky. They're just not gonna be eating out the garbage. But like, I find that kind of resourcefulness like really cool, honestly. If you guys don't know who Rob Greenfield is, I'd highly recommend you check him out if you're into that kind of thing. He's basically like this guy that like, he's really into like dumpster diving, or not necessarily dumpster diving. He's really into being resourceful, and that entails like dumpster diving a lot. and he has his own garden. I want my own garden. I hope one day I can have my own garden where I like grow like vegetables that I can like eat myself, and like herbs and stuff like cilantro. I never really sell it, never trust food though, but I usually grab what I know I can use. How on brand of you, Pixel? How on brand? For you to be a dumpster diver. How on brand? What time does that place close? Okay, yeah, we're good. Never trust food. I wouldn't be completely opposed to eating food from the garbage, like especially if I saw it was sealed. Because like, a lot of people if something goes past the Best Buy, they just throw it away. And like Best Buy, just because it's not like at its peak freshness doesn't mean it's like inedible, right? Like a lot of times they'll throw away frozen food, and like and if you can get it while it's still cold, then it's just free food. Yeah, it's getting tossed. I mean, I would, I'm kind of considering doing it. Like, I would do it if I could guarantee I wouldn't get caught, just to do it for fun. Like, because, like, it's also kind of fun, like, because it's kind of gambling in a sense. Like, because you don't know what you're gonna get. Like, what if you... Famously, there's those stupid videos on YouTube where like, I dumpster dived to GameStop and I found $100. Whoa! I dumpster dived my local GameStop and I found a working Xbox. Oh my god! Well, like, yeah, it is kind of like a treasure hunt. It's like a modern day treasure hunt, right? Kind of. I think it's pretty cool. Wear thick pants, gloves, and long sleeve shirts if you're new, and a lot of those are staged. I feel, yeah, probably. You know what? I'm probably gonna watch some of those dumpster diving for eBay videos after stream. No, yeah, you definitely want all your things covered. Like, God forbid you go in the dumpster and you get stuck by a needle and you get like AIDS or something. Oh God. Definitely want to be fully covered. Some employees mistakenly throw good stuff out the snack. I didn't even think about that. Wait, that's a good point. I mean, I don't do it because obviously I'm not in a financial position where I'd have to do it. Like, but I might just I'm gonna see if I can get anyone else, like any of my friends, to come with me. If I can find like at least 2 other people that are willing to do it, I'll do it. I'm just more afraid that like someone will catch us and call the cops or something. Cause I'm pretty sure, and like even though it's technically garbage, a lot of places it's illegal to like take their trash, which I think is kind of dumb. But what can you do? Excuse me. Something that like my also like when I was at my when I was at my cousin's house and we were talking about Pokemon, he was telling me about how like when like the day of a drop, it's just free money. Like as long as you get a spot in line, you can just like if you get in line on the day like a new collection releases, and you get there early enough where you can like get be guaranteed some like to get some stuff, because like obviously there's they limit how much things people can get. But he was basically telling me that like if you get in one of those positions, you can easily profit like a few $100s, like even on that same day. But the caveat is you have to arrive apparently like 4 to 5 hours early. And that sounds like cool and all, like, but I'm in a position again where like I have a good enough job that like and like other things that like I would really only do that if I had nothing better to do. A lot of those things happen on weekdays, so I couldn't do that anyway because I'd be at work or I'd be working, and it's kind of debatable whether like an hour of my time is worth as much as like spending hours waiting in the line to buy Pokemon and resell it. So, like, it sounds like really snarky to say, but when you get a good job, then like literally your time is more valuable than like, you know, relative to someone that doesn't have a good job, right? So I need to like I need to like really like, even though, you know, like you can always use more money, you kind of need to weigh that in mind, because it's like, you know, I have like a list of things I need to do every day. Like I need to work out, I need to cook, I need to do this and do that. And it's like at some point the extra money doesn't matter to me. Like I care more about like, you know, like my health, for example. Mm-hmm. But for any of you people that, you know, are unemployed and you need to make some quick money, apparently, you know, stocking Pokemon drops is a very lucrative thing. I don't have any experience doing it, but it sounds simple enough. Show up to the Best Buy 5 hours early and just stand there, I guess. Mm-hmm. Oh goodness. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm gonna get my food early. Apparently. Maybe you need money first to buy them all. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of one of the challenges of life, right? In life, the rich get richer. Literally, like the more you have to invest, the more you'll make. Mm-hmm. And that's also why, like, making a crap ton of money when you're early in life, it puts you so far ahead. I mean, like, you guys know, like, the whole stupid thing, right? Like, you know, $1,000 you invest when you're 18 will be like whatever hundred or thousands of dollars when you're whatever 60. Yeah. Like, if you can put away a crap ton of money, but like in your 20s, by the time you're 60s, you'll probably be like, in your 60s, you'll probably be a multi-millionaire. Probably. And like, if at that point you don't have to keep working, but if you keep working past the time you're 60, then you'll just have more money than you'll ever be able to spend. Like my career, like software engineering, is one where like unlike other jobs, like if I just stay in the field, I'm only gonna be projected to like make more. So like, and obviously it's almost completely a mental career. So like I don't know if anyone at my job is 60 years old or older, but there's some pretty old dudes in there. I'm sure some of them are like in their 50s at least. And if you're good at what you do, they're not going to fire you just because you're 60. You know, if it's a good company at least. Mm-hmm. I kind of want to. I think I need to get into eBay. I'm kind of scared of using eBay because, well, I know packing stuff, like packing and sealing stuff, just seems like kind of annoying to do. But I'm more afraid that like I said before, something will happen to the package in transit, and then the buyer will get mad at me, and then they'll like dispute the thing, and it's like, well, it's not my fault it got ripped up in delivery in transit, you know? It's not my fault. I could probably sell those for like 65. Yeah, I could easily sell these for 65. They probably would get bought like crazy. And right now I'm just trying to sell all the things I can sell on like Facebook Marketplace, but how did this guy manage to sell this? What? That's overpriced, huh? Do these really cost $8 to ship? I mean, technically, like I get a lot of boxes. Technically, all I'd have to do is buy some tape, and I could just reuse the boxes that I get in the mail anyway. I might have to get some more, but like I'm getting a lot of supply, for lack of better words, guys. And like I live in a small town, so like I'm already kind of at the point where like I'm gonna have to sell stuff online because there's just not enough of a market nearby for me to sell everything. Um, how much do these cost? Honestly though, I think like, although it probably is not a very like, you know, it's probably not a very like good probably not like a very good lifestyle. Well, I mean, I don't know. I just like watching videos of like eBay, people that sell stuff on eBay in general. Like, the obvious downside is that, like, you know, their income is wildly inconsistent, you know? But like it just seems really fun because like you never know what you're gonna get. Like, it just seems really fun. Like, even though your income is inconsistent, it's probably really fun when you find something in the thrift store that's worth like $100 and you bought it for $2, you know? Like, that whole lifestyle seems really fun. Although, like, sometimes I watch these videos of people that like they buy like clothes in bulk. Like, my best friend's sister is a full-time eBay seller, and apparently she buys clothes from Goodwill by the pound. Like, and she says like a lot of them are just like, you know, like pretty run-of-the-mill shirts and pants that she might sell for like $10 each. That part does not sound fun. But apparently every now and then she gets something like really good, and that sounds fun. Like the actual like selling and the finding sounds fun, but the customer service and the packing and the organizing does not sound fun. In my life, I think I've only sold like one thing on eBay before, at least myself. I've had like my friends sell stuff for me. Well, no, I think I sold 2 things on eBay, actually. I think. Okay, I think we're gonna end in an hour and a half. Today's a pretty slow night. Well, when's my pizza gonna get here? Is Melissio still here? If he's still here, or if they're still here, and they want me to, I'll keep streaming until my pizza gets here, and I'll eat a slice on stream. Speak now, or forever hold your tongue. Otherwise, I am not gonna do it. Oh, I guess they're not here because I don't have to do it. What else is kind of like that? Wait, what? Oh no, I missed. Oh no. No. I should have. Huh? One second, guys. 1 second. I need to adjust some stuff. I noticed I'm missing. Okay. What did I miss? I swear I had that. I swear I had that. Did I not? Okay, I guess I didn't. Wow, I'm stupid. Let me add that there. 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 How did I forget to do that? Wow, I'm stupid. Oh, that sucks. Oh well, probably wasn't gonna win anyway. Wait, what is this? Do you guys know anything about... I wonder if anyone here knows anything about colognes and perfume. I don't... Something I want to do more, guys. I don't wear cologne. I never have worn cologne in my life. I mean, I have, but like I don't use it regularly. I mean, for one, because I don't go out often, right? So, but like I always like... I mean, I assume that people, like obviously people do like the smell of cologne because it's a thing, but I always thought it was like way too strong. Like, does cologne really make someone seem more masculine? I don't think it does. What do I know? It's not like I know anything about fashion or anything like that. I need to marry a fashionista so she can get me right. So she can dress me up like a human doll. Like if I become fashionable one day, guys, that's gonna how it's. If I marry a fashionista, it's not gonna be because I impress her with my fashion. I'm gonna have to like make her laugh, and then she's gonna be like, you know what? If you wanna be next to me in public, you're gonna have to you know have my same standards, and then she's gonna give me a fashion advice basically. My entire life, I've only really cared about like having functional clothes, like clothes that are comfortable. Over like how they look. Oh, how did I miss that? I can't believe, how did I forget to add that? That's insane. No, we don't need those. We don't need those. Wait, what was that? I'm sorry guys, I am literally like working on my side good because like I have it open on my other monitor and I can like see things happening. I'm a little distracted right now. I can't like not do it when I see something broken, you know? Whoops. Something I want to do definitely though is that I don't have any watches. I want to get like fashionable watches. I do think watches are cool. Like if there's one fashion thing I do agree with, it's wearing a watch. So I would like to, get into that. Okay, maybe we're gonna stream. It's a slow night tonight. Let's see, who is there to raid? You guys have me for another 5 minutes. I gotta raid someone. Need to raid someone. Oh, let's raid Guami. Well, no, we probably shouldn't because she's not doing ASMR. We'll raid Coco. Okay. I hope you guys all have a good night. Trigger warning, or not trigger warning, but like warning. Coco's stream is 18 plus, so if you're a minor, do not join the raid. And she's an 18 plus streamer. Oh my god, good thing I added that. Wow. Do not join the raid if you're a minor. But I'm gonna go now, guys. I'm gonna go enjoy my pizza. I'm gonna really enjoy my pizza. It's gonna be delicious. Thank you all for coming. Have a good start to your week. I hope work for tomorrow is not terrible for anyone in particular. Bye Pixel, bye anyone else. Let's all have a good week this week. And hopefully I can see you guys on Friday and I'll be like, yeah, my week was great. Okay. Have a good day, good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Bye bye. Oh, bye bye.